Alright, today we're going to be talking about angle pairs. So we got some definitions to define. The first one is this little symbol right here is going to stand for angles. So we have vertical angles. And vertical angles are a pair of angles that are formed by intersecting lines and have no side in common. So basically you have a pair of angles formed by intersecting lines that have no side in common. So this side and these don't have a side in common. So see, this and this are not common with this and this. No side in common. Alright. Congruent angles. They have the same measure. These right here are going to be congruent as well. They're the same measurement. Okay, so basically another one I could draw is like, let's say that's a 90-degree angle. Here's another 90-degree angle. They're congruent. They have the same measurement, 90 and 90. Okay. Adjacent angles. A pair of angles with a common vertex and common side. So what we have here is a common vertex, and then this one right here is their side that they have in common, because you have this angle, and then you have this angle. So you have angle EFG, and you have angle GFH. Here is the common side, common vertex. Those are adjacent. Complementary angles. Two angles whose measure adds up to, or whose measures, add up to 90 degrees. So here you go. You have one angle, which is QRS, that angles, or that adds up to 40 degrees, or measures to 40 degrees. And then you have TUV, which measures 50. So you have a 50 degree plus 40 degree, which adds up to 90 degrees. These two angles would be complementary angles. Supplementary angles is two whose measures add up to 180 degrees. So 180 degrees. So for example, WXY is 140 degrees and ABC is 40 degrees. Add those together, 180 degrees. Okay? So complementary is the two add up to 90. Supplementary is the two add up to 180. Alright, so we got some examples here. We need to figure out what these are. First of all, it wants to know what X is, and then what Y, and then what Z is. Excuse me. It gives us this angle equals 25 degrees. Because these are intersecting angles, these opposite are the same. So this is 25 degrees as well. So Y equals 25 degrees. Now, this right here is a straight line, and that straight line equals 180 degrees. If I want to figure out what this is, basically what I'm doing is I'm going X plus the Y equals 180 degrees. X plus the 25 equals 180 degrees. 25 representing the Y, because Y equals 25 degrees. So I need to solve for X. So that means I need to isolate the X. X equals, now I need to subtract. I can't subtract, if I have 0, I can't take a 5 away, so I have to borrow. 10, 5. If I have 7, I take 2 away, 5. X equals 155 degrees, so X is 155 degrees. Now, because this is a line as well, same line, 25, this is going to be 155 as well. Right? Remember, these right here, basically, this X and this Y, are supplementary angles. Two angles that add up to 180. They would also be adjacent angles because they share this vertex and this common side right here. Alright, complementary angles. If complementary angles, they have to equal 90 degrees. So if I have 70, what's the next angle that I need? What does my next angle need to equal to get up to 90? 20 degrees. How do I know that? 70 plus 20 equals 90. Here I have 23. So I'm going to subtract 23 from 90 because 90 is the complementary. 8, 10, 7, 67. Complementary. The two angles add up to 90. These two add up to 90. These two add up to 90. Supplementary, they have to equal 180 degrees. So I have 135. And I have to take it away from 180 to find out what's left. 5, 4, 0, 45 degrees. 45 plus 135 equal 180. Same thing here. 180 minus the 63 will give me the total of what I need. 7, 1, 1. So 117 degrees. Since it's right there next to it, let's leave it there. 117 plus 63 would equal 180 degrees. Alright, so what we're looking at here is angles that are the same, congruent angles, vertical angles like this that cross, they intersect. Adjacent angles, like the one I talked about here, they share a common side. Okay, we're talking about complementary, two angles that add up to 90 degrees. Supplementary, two angles that add up to 180, like these ones right here. This angle and this angle add up to 180 degrees. Questions? Write them down, and I will help you in class.